One of the things that makes a relationship successful is the ability to have hard conversations. And if your wife is constantly telling you over and over again that she's not going to abide by your rules, or it's very oppressive for her, it's like...
Not Danielle making a point against her own relationship with Yohan. Because I mean, in this scene here, there was actually about Mahmoud and Nicole, and about the fact that, you know, having conversations is something that they do, and having a wife that has a say, So obviously she has her 2 cents in this moment, and obviously brings in her situation with Yohan. It's interesting because she talks about having hard conversations and all that kind of stuff and being mature enough to do it, but yet she's been immature by doing it in this format, by saying it out loud for everyone else to hear, rather than actually having that conversation with Yohan. And don't get me wrong, yes, they've tried to have conversations throughout the season, but none of their conversations have actually been conversations. They've been dictatorships. Because in their conversations, it has either been Nicole trying to take lead or Yohan trying to take lead, which is why the conversations have never come with any compromise, never come with any middle ground. But hey, Danielle knows all.
Danielle, with all due respect, I think that you emasculated Yohan, and I think you carried his balls in your purse.
It's funny though, because, you know, Danielle's face says, I was waiting for this to come. Okay.
It seemed like you wanted to take control of the whole relationship.
I agree.
I could care less with what Debbie agrees with, to be honest with you. Debbie needs to learn to just hush and keep her mouth quiet, to be honest with you. The woman that legit was trying to marry someone that was old enough to be her grandson. So you know what, Debs? Be quiet. Your opinion is not needed because it is not valid. Why? Because you are not someone that can obviously, you know, lead by example, shall I say. But anyway, we continue.
He was really trying hard not to let that happen.
I mean, I don't think I can take away anyone's masculinity. I don't think we live in a culture where, like, women have all the power.
I mean, yeah, okay. I just feel like, you see, I'm putting myself in this situation with Yohan and Danielle. Despite the fact that I agree that Danielle was definitely trying to dictate the relationship a lot and trying to take control a lot, my biggest issue with Yohan was that he didn't know how to respond properly. I felt like the way he responded only ever made things worse for himself, and the way he handled situations only ever proved Danielle correct in terms of how he's still a child. You know, his level of maturity isn't there. And in my opinion, if I was in a relationship with someone like Danielle, like, I would know how to humble that real quick. Waste no time, you know? And I just think that you talk about masculinity. You can't take away a man's masculinity if you never had the masculinity in the first place. Can we say that Yohan had that? Can we really say that? Process that.
Sí, ella tiene un poco de razón. Daniel le gusta, manda mucho, se ve muy dominante.
But see, here's the thing, and it's crazy because it sounds like I'm defending Daniel, but I'm not. I'm actually coming at Yohan for not stepping up as a man. The fact is, he does a lot of complaining about this, and that. If you don't want someone to control your life or to someone to be the boss of your life, you take charge. Yohan hasn't taken any charge. I mean, well, this is what Danielle had to say, though.
If he wants to be the patriarch, then he needs to pay all the bills, and I'll sit home and cook and clean. Yeah, like, no problem. I have no problem taking on, like, the housewife role. Bring it.
You know what, though? Here's the thing, though. That one's a very interesting point that she makes. The fact is, we can never ignore that whoever is the breadwinner is always going to be affected in a relationship, right? Not in every relationship, but it's always going to be affected in a lot of people's relationships. And if you are in a situation where, I guess you're the female, okay, you are the woman in the relationship and you are the one bringing in the money, you're the one that's providing, even though she's bankrupt, but whatever, we ignore that, right? I can understand you not wanting to be told what to do or be controlled by a man that isn't doing anything, right, financially, right? I get that. I respect that. But Danielle has to learn to communicate that with Yohan in a better way, all right? But she can't, but what she shouldn't do is to try and strip him from his manhood completely. The fact is, though, this is the issue here. The issue is that Danielle has gone out of her way to be in a relationship with someone who cannot provide for her. And she has taken that and she's run with it in a negative way. She's taken it in a way where she's like, well, I would then be the one in charge. Because what she's trying to say is that if Yohan had been the breadwinner, then she wouldn't be behaving the way she's behaving right now. We don't know that for sure. That is not a guarantee. Not a guarantee to the slightest. So either way, Danielle's fault in this situation, her immaturity, it should have been like, well, if I'm going to date someone who doesn't earn money or enough money to provide for us and I'm providing more than he is, all right, in that case, we're going to have a conversation of how we're going to get him to a position where he can now start providing. And we're going to have that conversation in a civil and in a sensible manner, rather than, oh, I'm going to come to your country, I'm going to go to your shop, and I'm going to judge everything that you've done in your shop. Instead of judging him, she could have been more supportive in helping him. You see what I'm saying? So Danielle's approach to everything has not been great. Her approach to everything has been immature. Her approach to everything is why things have backfired and they are in a situation. But also, Yohan's approach is also not helped, which is also backfired on him as well. So these two are legit trying to control each other, right? But they're both going about it the completely wrong way. It's just that simple. Her defense is, I'm the breadwinner, I'm older, I'm more mature, so it's my way or no way. His approach is, well, I'm a man, and in my country, as a man, I have to be the masculine one, so therefore I take lead. But yet, he doesn't have anything on paper to really prove he's the man, or his actions don't even do that. You see what I'm saying? Like, these are the conversations that need to be had. But these are conversations that are not had. But like I said before, their biggest problem amongst all of them is the way they've tried to communicate it all. Completely wrong. But hey, you guys let me know what you're thinking down below in the comment section. We'll talk about it. Don't forget to like, sub, and of course, peace.